mình chỉ cần một ai đó lắng nghe. Tinder đã giúp mình tìm được những người bạn thú vị để sẻ chia. Giờ đây, ngày mới của mình tràn đầy những trải nghiệm mới mẻ cùng những người bạn đến từ Tinder. Tinder, thêm bạn, thêm trải nghiệm.
Pressure, rising on the edge of taking everything. Life is a game I'm born to win it. See me burning through the atmosphere. I'm born to win. Your life is a game and I'm born to win. I'm born to win.
2 years ago, IG, with this only slightly different roster, was trying to make their way to TI9, and they were not able to do so. They came fourth, and that is like one slot lower than you should be to make it to TI from the Chinese region. And ever since they've been rebuilding, they got this squad together, and then last year they actually started looking really hot. They looked really good at the Chengdu Major. They came third, and then they came sixth in Leipzig. But with those two major performances, already kind of securing themselves a slot for TI, and then COVID hit, and it didn't happen, and they need to start all over again. But they are making such a great start here at the first major of this season, and it's good to see them do well tonight.
Man, you started that whole thing off with 2 years ago, and I was just like, oh, I know where she's going with this. You know what was a big hero 2 years ago? This Core IO.
Yeah,
this is Core IO. You know, I'm just saying, TI9. You know, no one has quite hit on a standard yet, and you'd think after that people would have learned, but evidently not.
Evidently not. We'll see if Team Secret bans it this time around. I'm gonna hope they do. We'll also see, because I would imagine, Gods, that it's gonna be flipped. Maybe that Team Secret gets first pick, and therefore we'll see if IG lets it go through, because we have not yet seen Team Secret play it.
And everyone's banded against them because nobody knows, there's no data on them, and you kind of got to assume that a team like Secret, with the players they have, can play it. Matu always a guy who's willing to play whatever's needed for the team, and Nisha a guy who's incredibly talented and plays every hero, it feels like. So.
And otherwise you can always give it to Zai.
True. Yeah. Or even Puppy. Like, Secret is the one team that I'm willing to say you may be able to win with support IO. Because it's not bad. It's just never as good as the core IO.
Okay.
But also, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. We've seen a lot of people say that Team Secret seems to be in TI form, which is not necessarily a compliment when it comes to Team Secret. But I will tell you that if they get eliminated here, and I want to point out, IG is one game up against Team Secret. If they get eliminated here, that is exactly TI form, because they did come fourth at TI.
It's funny with like Secret, that's how good they are. That fourth place at TI is considered bad. Like,
yeah, that is crazy.
Well, that's the same thing with the Chinese teams last year. Like, they still did pretty well. They had 3 teams in top 8, but it wasn't good enough.
It was considered a failure. It was supposed to be a Chinese year. It was like, if you were going to go one after the other, as it had been, it was supposed to be the year for Chinese Dota. And yeah, then getting third. They got third, right?
Yeah, it's LGD.
Yeah,
lost.
They got third,
Liquid.
and it was bad. It was
no, TI8 was meant to be their year. Well,
yes,
then,
TI8
then it
was
was
meant
like
to be
the
their
third year in a row where it wasn't their year.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then then to 2019, not last year, but the year before that.
Yeah. That one was in China though, so that one was even more important.
Yeah, true.
And then Core IO.
On the home turf. All right, let's see how this second game is going to play out, because previous game, as much fun as we were having with the Core IO talk, I really hope we don't see that, because it just kind of, I kind of feel like it ruins the competitiveness. If you can play IO mediocre and win regardless, that's, I mean, come on, we're past that. We are here to see top tier Dota 2, these two teams, top tier caliber teams. We know they can do it. I just don't want to see it on IO.
It's not the most exciting here to watch, and I think when you talked about IG's, amazing run in those past majors when they got 3rd and 6th place, the player that everyone was hyping up and so excited to watch was Emo.
Yeah.
He was this new superstar mid player that was just crushing everyone. So I imagine most people want to see him play something that he can kind of go off and do some stylish plays on, whatever it may be. See him in that mid lane. See him up against Nisha. Like, Nisha versus Emo was kind of the story of this series for me, and game 1 we didn't get it.
Oh, and now we're gonna find out how stubborn. Oh, thank you.
I was late. I'll be honest, gods. I was not listening to a word you said. I was just seeing the clock tick down, and I'm like, please, don't do this to me.
It took longer than comfortable. Yeah, we know how stubborn Puppy can be on the drafting scene, but this time around at least, bad. We got Phoenix picked up first, though, on the side of IG. Always a solid choice.
Yeah, brought them a lot of success in their Thunder Predator series. More than happy to see that. And they flex it between Oli and Kaka as well. It doesn't have to be 4 or 5.
Yeah, leaving that open. Let's see how Team Secret's going to open this time around. We, of course, saw them go for the Tuscan Alchemist previously. Now, the question is, did they think the Alchemist was bad in general or bad because of IO?
I think they felt Alchemist might be a hero that you can pick into core IO. I think that was their idea behind it. So I would be surprised if they picked again. I think generally if you're first doing your carry, you're going to go for the Monkey King or the Troll. Those are usually the first phase carries that we see.
Speaking of first phase and carries, Team Secret has only played Abaddon once this tournament so far, and it was on Matu, so it was as a carry. I don't doubt that it can also be played by basically everybody else on the squad, but so far only one game on record.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It not only, like you said, throws a wrench in the plans on where it's going, but takes it out of IG hands and probably rules out Shaman and Lion for Invictus Gaming to pick up as well.
Yeah, because that's the, I think, tough situation that Puppy found himself in with the draft, is that he wants to ban Puck, it's just Puck, and then if you ban Io, suddenly you don't have an answer to that. Well, you're giving away that Shaman, so preemptively making that Shaman line less powerful, and just, you know, even if you get stuck with a 5 ABBA and there's no Hex on the other side, you still feel good about having ABBA on your team.
For sure, yeah.
At this point, you know, you're assuming probably more that's a support ABBA. I think that game picked as a core was very much to counter heroes like the Tide Hunter and Bad Rider that were on the other side.
Wow.
They still go for the Hex here. They just really highly value these Lion and Shaman heroes. And interesting they go for the Lion over the Shaman. It feels like Shaman's being kind of the preferred form.
I guess that's pure comfort. Because then also, well, like, why not pick ET? ET's been great, and in a team fight comp with Phoenix, that could have been pretty good. Although I guess
I think ET Phoenix both mostly play as the 5 is the
that's
main
right,
issue
yeah, exactly. And so they'll give Oli the Phoenix in this situation and put Kaka back on the line.
Kaka's kind of the, it feels like there's two styles of 4 to play: the ranged 4s and then the melee.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Yeah, I would have never been like, oh, you know, Earth Spirit, you really got to ban that out against IG.
Beastmaster coming out was the winning hero in the series we saw before this one. By the way, ET has got a 75% win rate in 25 games played here at the Major, and I wanted to throw a fun stat at you guys.
Hit me.
So over all the regions, there are 4 regions that are really liking the Radiant side. EU, CAS, NA, SA all prefer Radiant, and the win rate of Radiant is all above 50%, above 52% of all the regions.
Whole tournament.
The whole league.
DPC season,
including lower division. This is lower division, upper division, and it is before the Major started, because I did the research then. That was only true for those 4 regions, SEA and China. It's in China, it's even as bad. Radiant win percentage, 45%.
Whoa.
Really low. Especially compared to the rest. We always talk about the Dire being the economy side, and Radiant side being maybe the fighting side.
Roche advantage side.
Roche side, sure. So I thought that was interesting, considering we're seeing the teams go for the exact same order. We have got Team Secret again with the second pick, and Radiant. Same for IG, Dire, and first pick. But yeah, that was the stat I was going to hit you with. For EU, since we're talking about EU, Radiant win was actually one of the more high. It was 57% win rate, compared to the, again, 45 on China.
Protecting the egg, ban out the Mirana, ban out the Juggernaut.
I mean, already having Beastmaster at least gives you the attack speed aura. Yeah. And I think this is something that, I mean, EG, every time they were on Radiant, they prioritize Beastmaster higher, because I think having that map control and ability to push lanes quickly is more important on Radiant because of that Roche control, because of the fact you want to fight and take over your enemy's jungle more. So I think it's a very clear decision with Secret that when they're Radiant, they're picking this Beastmaster the same way we saw EG doing.
Yep. It's one of the first times that they don't prioritize the App Store's hero, I feel. No, obviously Abaddon can go anywhere. But normally we see, you know, either Tusk or an Earth Spirit, or what else has he played? I mean, Mirana normally comes out later, but yeah.
Clockwork.
Yeah. It's unusual, but at the same time, his heroes other than Mirana are not getting banned, so he's got.
Where's his
all
Rubik
options.
at, though? That's what I want to know.
Where's any Rubik
Where's
at?
any
We
Rubik?
only had like a handful, and Rubik traditionally the hero that if you're doing your predictions for TI,
Most
you can
picked hero.
always pick Rubik as your most picked hero because it's always a good hero, or at least it was, but not here.
In all of competitive Dota 2 history, Rubik has like a 4,000 game more, or it's some obscene number more than second place.
That is crazy
Second
high.
place is like Batrider, I think.
And Rubik hasn't even always been in the game.
Yeah, I know, that's the other
That's a
thing. He
really
was
crazy
introduced
thing.
relatively late, yeah.
Why is it not so popular here? Is it because his lack of rotation potential?
I have no idea, actually.
Because we're seeing Lion and Shaman, and Rubik falls into that category of fours where it's that ranged laning support. I
yeah,
guess,
and pick it against the Lion Shamans.
and we talk about like the insta hex. Telekinesis is an insta disable as well in its own way. So I think a lot of it is some of the other heroes being picked against it. That the spell steal is less value is really highly prioritized when Shaker was the top 4 position at the start of the DPC leagues. So Shaker falling off meant Rubik, I think, kind of fell off as well.
Yep. Speaking of Shaman, by the way, here it is. First Shaman for Team Secret at the Major.
A lot of push from Secret. They can start to engineer something about ending this game pretty quick.
Yeah.
Troll Warlord is banned out. They could still very well do the core Abaddon.
If you were to make a Roche level 1 lineup.
You need Prophet, and I think you need Ursa.
Oh, boo.
Yeah.
I don't think you do. I think you need Abaddon.
I mean, there are different ways to do it. The quickest way, I think, is with generally those two heroes and a lot of salves.
And it's not,
It's not viral.
I
No,
frog
it's
killed that, you know. A few too many tweets. I think Seb being one of the big advocates, level 1 Roche, bit cheesy, didn't want it in Dota, so it's gone.
I never felt like it gave that big of an advantage to begin with, though. I would usually see carries like pick up the Aegis and then use it as like a salve.
Well, it was
almost.
the levels. It was the gold.
Oh,
the
that's
XP.
true.
You could
Yeah.
you could get 2 heroes level 4.
Yeah.
If
At
you,
the start-
backed
at
off
first.
and gave all the XP to 2 heroes, they were both level 4.
That's right.
And I think if you split it 5 ways, everyone's level 2.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
they,
or
they
2.5
everyone got
or
level 2.
something, yeah.
So,
And then it got nerfed twice after
and
that or
nowadays, I
something.
feel like having everyone being level 2 at the start of the lanes would be like even bigger advantage than it was back then.
Yeah, if you see how obsessed people are with denying range creeps,
Yeah.
you know how big the level 2 spike is.
Every like streamer I watch, like high level MMR streamers, just like, oh yeah, we got to get level 2 before they do,
Yeah.
and then we win the lane. Like basically, whoever gets level 2 or level 3 first wins the lane. So
Mars Phoenix, we talk about it a lot as being figured out by being BKB'd. So far, we don't really have any typical BKB buyers on the side of Team Secret yet, but they are still selecting some cores, I would imagine, so they can still get some jugs out.
yep, it's understood what you got, how you got to itemize, how you got to
Oh,
play
no
against this. But Mars Phoenix is still just solid, well-rounded team fight.
Yeah.
I like it. Puts JT on a comfort pick. It's not like
Yeah.
this combo I see where I'm like, oh gosh, Secret's in trouble. But I think for IG, it's like you don't feel bad about these heroes.
Yeah, and Juggernaut already banned, but I mean, is this worth picking Lifestealer for?
It's probably not. I think Lifesteal is just very slow paced, needs a lot of farm, and that doesn't seem to be what Secret are doing.
Yeah, only lifesteal I've seen is Thunder
But-
Predators.
You're against Egg as well, though, so Weaver. I like this better. BKB carry, something that hits the Egg, can just kind of get to the back lines.
Slip out of the arena if you can
Yep.
time lapse out. Yeah, I like it quite a bit.
Not great against, like, I mean, these range carries never feel great against Bulwark, but I don't think it's ever going to be really Weaver's job to be hitting the Mars, and generally he's going to be looking to run past the Mars and hit other people. So Abaddon with Weaver sounds like a pretty strong lane as well.
Ooh, Rare PL joins the
Alright.
fray. It's not completely unpicked at the
Yeah.
Major, but definitely a hero that we don't see very often.
Good
Weaver's
PL
not,
game.
Yeah, Weaver's not a fan of having to hit multiple units.
All 4 of these heroes don't like PL. I think particularly the second, third, everyone except I mean, Abba's just a 5, but like Weaver doesn't deal with illusions.
Yeah.
Shaman and his wards get like overran by PL. Beastmaster, PL was always considered one of the good laning heroes to lane against Beastmaster. Very
Yeah, you can
clever
lance the boar and even rush the boar.
Well, this is where Nisha maybe needs to pull out one of his more out-of-meta picks. Like, I mean, Lesh gets banned. Maybe the Zeus gets considered. You need you need to address this PL with your last pick if you're Team Secret.
Yeah, and we need to set up Nisha for a success. I think that's another important one that we're going to look for. This PL, by the way, IG played it earlier this tournament as well. They played it against Vici in their first game, actually, of the tournament. They won.
That was against Terrorblade, if I recall.
If I recall, that's...
They're really good at picking PL when it's a good PL game. So it's like one of those heroes that should have a good win rate because you're never picking it if it's not the time to pick it.
Look at that ban. We don't see that very often. I don't think we've seen it picked even once, but the Tinker ban coming out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on board with what Gods was saying, that the Zeus, I think the Zeus is pretty good. Don't really like Pugna very much. I'm trying to think of just other high magic damage output heroes from the mid lane.
I thought Secret might consider Storm themselves. It's not like as high as like the Lesh Tinkers, but it seemed like an okay option, but they actually ban it.
Oh, what do you guys think of a Queen of Pain this game, or does not work out?
Maybe not enough damage? I mean, at least early mid-game it is, but late-game co-op damage-wise falls off a little bit against the PL, but it may just be the best option left, and it is pretty strong right now, I think, co-op.
Man, this is a great IG draft.
Yeah.
Even before their 5th hero, I was just like, this is already a great draft. And then Void Spirit, one of the most highly contested heroes of this entire tournament, last pick.
Yeah, it started out, I mean, this tournament started out with focus on mid lane heroes, with the Puck and the Void Spirit being let through quite frequently. We have shifted a little bit to more flex heroes again at the openings, but that does mean that Void Spirit makes it through quite frequently, actually. What do you want to play against it? Does the Queen of Pain still make sense?
Quap's not bad, but you have to deal with a lot of lion stuff. All the heroes that I want are like known to be slippery, like Ember Spirit, Quap.
Unless they switch like Weaver mid and pick some kind of Sven or something, that may be one possibility, but it doesn't seem the most orthodox. Monkey King mid, they're going for the lane dominance. We saw Puppy talk about this a bit when he picked the Bane. Sometimes you feel like your draft's in a weird spot, so you just try and crush the lanes.
Yeah.
And that's what Nisha can kind of try and do here. Go into a Battle Fury build, which is greedy, but maybe an answer to the PL as well. I like it. Good. I mean, you're getting a 10th pick Monkey. You can't feel too bad about that a lot of the time.
Yeah, but they are like pure physical damage. They have no magic damage on the side of Secret. And so if Mars, or if anyone gets like any sort of like pipe or anything, I don't even think they need one. Phantom Lancer, I mean, not a pipe, sorry, like a Crimson Guard or...
And just AC in general
AC,
has super high value. I think the important thing is what you mentioned at the start of the draft with some of the early picks is Beast, Shaman. They push fast, they take objectives fast, and when you combine that with the ability to come out of the lanes with an advantage, this game could get out of control pretty quickly for IG if they're not careful. But if they stay on even footing, get to late game, yeah, IG's draft looks way stronger.
I think I have the same checkpoint that I did for the previous game, which is once the heart is online for the carry, it's past the point of no return. In this situation, it'll be the Phantom Lancer. Previously, it was the IO. I think Phantom Lancer is the hardest carry in this game, but I do like that they can push fast, but I'm still going to go IG.
Okay, going for IG because you don't think Team Secret can play fast enough this game.
It's Secret. I think they're a team who can play fast, and they drafted, I think, much better for Nisha especially. They've set him up for success with the mid lane, so Team Secret for me. This is it. I think this is the kind of draft that Secret can win with, even though they don't have an answer to the PL late game.
I will go with you as well, also because I just really would like to see a game 3 between these two teams, and I don't count the first game that much. Credit to IG for being able to pull off the core IO, but I like to see this type of Dota a lot more. Let's see if this is going to be as exciting as I hope it will be. It's time for game 2 of this lower bracket series with B-Cup and Black.
Thank you very much. Coming into game 2, Secret, it's do or die for them. And we'll see if they can pull this one away and even it up at 1. But Monkey King, it's close. Step or two further and it would have been a problem for him. Everybody from IG was making their way towards this Monkey King, and that could have been a big issue. I'm really excited about not having a core IO in this game. See a little bit of different Dota.
It's a lot more balanced draft-wise for sure, but still this Phantom Lancer. I mean, they have a Monkey King who's really good against Phantom Lancer, and of course Shadow Shaman. There's always a chance that you can lock down a single core long enough for your teammates to kill him. But this PL pick is looking really good. Like if they get into mid-game on even gold, it's going to be very tough to shut him down. He has a diffusal Manta. Whew, I don't know how you stop him.
Certainly going to be interesting to see if they can stop him. Kaka not even getting that bounty rune as he was trying to stand there and make sure he got something out of it. It's a 3-for-1 in favor of Secret. Going back to the Phantom Lancer, this is probably the hero for me that put Fly on the map in my eyes. When he was known as GGG and he was playing for Keen Gaming, even when he was playing with Serenity, this was always the hero where I was like, all right, I like their chances a lot more just because he's on this hero. This is probably one of his best heroes in my mind.
Certainly, I've got a lot of good memories about that as well. But just in general, this Monkey King is going to have a pretty free lane, and Monkey King is the counter to PL this game. So he's probably going to go into Maelstrom, maybe even a Battle Fury if he feels really greedy. And he is going to be Secret's answer to that PL. So him having free farm is good news for Secret, obviously. They just want to go and win the lanes. Like bot lane should be pretty easy for Secret, and mid lane also should be pretty damn easy for them. Courier. That's a magic stick on it.
By Ali.
It's looking
Pretty important kill there. Like magic stick
not
in
a
that
good
lane.
feeling to lose that stick.
Yeah, 200 gold. You're not going to get stick charges, obviously. Hurts. Oh!
Is
Kaka's Courier also gone.
Stun out. Puppey not going down as Kaka's Courier drops. Is that stick, like losing that stick, a big lane-changing drop there? It's not like the longest time that that's going to be out of his hands, but it's a significant amount of time where he's not getting charges and maybe not having anything to reliably back up on.
I would say it depends on the lane. This lane, not really. Like Phoenix spell has like 40 seconds cooldown.
Oh,
Weaver just dropping
going
here.
down here. JT getting first blood on Matumba Man. They're going to try and trade on the Kaka. Kaka, though, he pops his stick. They get the stun out on a Puppey. He gets the aphotic shield off. This should explode and blow up Kaka, but it doesn't feel like any damage, really.
It's causing
Kaka
fog.
might drop, but JT gets a double kill.
Yeah, it doesn't go through the fog. The shield was very well done by JT to wait a little bit. Then he auto attacked just as Kaka went into the fog, and then he popped it, resulting in just a double kill for nothing. I didn't expect this Weaver lane to lose, to be honest. Weaver Abaddon is a very strong lane. Giving up 2 kills here is going to feel pretty bad.
And they're constantly fighting in these trees, which I think that's advantage JT at times. If you're going to fight in the trees, you're basically guaranteeing that he lands a spear. And if he's got the help from the Lion, that could be a problem. He's actually TPing over towards mid. The Ballast Strike, perfect timing to prevent potentially maybe an Earth Spike and a Hex to follow. So needed that timing. They do refill the bottle. That's why he's there, but they could have got something if the Ballast Strike was not on the money.
Yeah, potentially. But yeah, he just went really aggro to get the Jingu stacks, of course, and then Life Leech with his Boundless. Perfect job by Nisha there. And PL is getting pressured quite a bit. Like they picked it into a pretty tough matchup. Like Phantom Lancer against Beastmaster is not the worst, but because the Shadow Shaman is there hitting so hard, it is quite a tough matchup for the Phantom Lancer. And of course, Phoenix +5 is not the greatest lane support either.
And we've seen Ali on that hero a couple of times. It's actually, I like it better when it's on Kaka, all things considered. But he has certainly shown a lot of talent with this Lion, and I just don't think you can give that up at the moment.
No, I'd agree. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of +5 Phoenix in general. I like it +4 much more. The farm priority just makes him become a beast in the mid game. Spear.
Earth Spike as well as the Spear, but they've got the Aphotic Shield, but Man able to survive the onslaught that comes in from IG. But you can see the combos that set themselves up. If you're not too careful, you might lose yourself a Weaver once again.
Yeah, the lanes are going fantastically for Radiant here. 20 CS Monkey, 18, 17 on the side lanes. But IG not too far behind. And Secret really needs to come out with a somewhat decent DT out of this early game.
See if they can rely on JT. And I've said this a couple times already today, just how much he's been the anchor in the past for IG. I think a lot of that last game obviously doesn't tell the complete picture of what we've seen from IG during the league. obviously because they were playing with an IO. But during the league, JT was really the guy that was consistent enough to bring IG towards the top. And we'll see if he can do that here with the Mars, because this has been probably his best hero of the season.
Yeah, he was the MVP of the Chinese region as well. He has pretty much just dismantled every game he played. I mean, even last game too, his Wind Ranger was pretty damn good. Had a couple of overextensions, but overall played really damn well. And this game he's off to a fantastic start as well with that early double kill. And his Mars is just one of his best heroes, I think. Like, he's going to get a good timing on his Blink Dagger, potentially Yules, and set up a lot of kills here for IG.
So we'll see if he can set it up, if he'll be the guy that they can rely on this game, what his build will be. And we've seen a lot of blinks come out from these Mars, get that Blink Arena Spear, and you've got the follow-up from Kaka there, the combination with the Arena as well as the Supernova. So there's a lot here in terms of a team fight and control for IG. Kaka, I think he just drops if he's not careful.
He's got a big stick. He has nothing to worry about.
Matu thought about going for it, and there's the stick being used, but immediately Miscoil thrown his way. The lose Puppey. They've got the Hex onto Matumba Man with the Aether Remnant locking him up even longer. Kaka now chased and killed off by the Weaver. He at least gets something out of this as he's trying to run away.
Yeah, Kaka playing with his food a little bit.
And
the food bites back. Like a little bit overzealous here by Kaka. Giving a freebie to Matumba Man. It's okay, like sometimes you just need to feed, to remind yourself to stay grounded. And it was a worthwhile lesson, I'm sure. Yep, I am killable. I'm just a lion. I'm not an IO with a heart. Kaka rotation in.
Going top, and let's see if they can find a stun. Yes, they can. They've got the Earth Spike on the edge, and they should find it on Yapzor. So Firefly gets a kill. This is leaving JT alone, but I don't think this is really a lane that by himself he should drop in unless there's a rotation from someone else over for Secret.
Yeah, he definitely shouldn't die, but he's gonna get harassed out of the creep wave quite a bit by this Weaver Abaddon. And yeah, we'll have to see if Puppey, is gonna make Abaddon work, because so far I've only really been impressed with Lanham playing that hero. A lot of people tried to play it in this tournament, it just never really felt as impactful.
Right. Aether Remnant lands. They've got the Earth Spike to follow it up. Icarus Dive coming through with the Hex. They have the control. They'll get the kill on Anisha, take out the Monkey King. And the rotations again this game from IG are on the money. In Game 1, they were perfect, and in Game 2, they continue to work that way, as it's 5-1 in favor of IG. They may not be CSing as well as Secret, but they're moving around the map and making their lanes pretty hard.
Yeah, and this kill is going to give Void Spirit a chance to catch up on net worth. Monkey King really wants to dominate this lane. Just being 500 gold ahead is really not what you're looking for when you're the Monkey King. Zai.
They've got double damage on Emo, and they're looking for an Aether Remnant. Oh, it's onto the Monkey King!
If
they're
Nisha drops
again. Once again, he just got back alive! Boundless Strike is out. He procs the Jingu, but the double damage is not going to be enough here for Emo. They get the kill onto the Void Spirit, and they might even turn this on to Firefly. They had the control for a moment, but it didn't last long enough, and now they're trying to turn this around onto the Phantom Lancer. He is in so much trouble. One shot from dead, and Nisha comes away on top. That is a big mistake from IG.
Yeah, and well calculated by Nisha too. Like, he survived with like 150 health because of the Orb of Corrosion that he just picked up in base. Wonderful pickup. And Puppey.
Abaddon.
Look, oh, he got the courier too. Double kill.
Got the courier with the God's Rebuke.
Yeah, he's like, get out! Shoving it right in his face. Well done, and JT sitting comfortably at the top of the net worth here. Fly again. If he drops another time,
really
it's gonna be so bad for them.
Ooh,
you can't juke.
It's gonna proc. He can't go anywhere. He's hexed. He's gone.
That is so bad for him. Dying back to back on your win condition. That must feel terrible. Now no TP to go to any lane. The walk of shame is real.
Oh yeah, and the weight now is heavily pressed on the back of JT. He's having the best game so far for them, and he needs to continue to do so. They've got the stun, they'll have the Aether Remnant, they lock up Puppey, but there's the Primal Roar. The Hex comes out of the Beastmaster with the Ether Shock being used here onto Emo. They've got the Shackle, they'll have the control, they'll get the kill onto the Void Spirit. This is IG just playing their hand a little bit too early, and with the rotations from Secret, they're able to absorb the onslaught from IG and come out ahead.
Yeah, Secret is outplaying them right now. They're just outspeeding them, outmaneuvering them. And IG doesn't really seem to be able to deal with that just yet. Like, they keep diving towers when they shouldn't, and Secret is just too fast right now. Ollie very low.
Oh, Ollie.
Easy
Have
boundless
that
from
hawk,
the
they
trees.
have the vision, they get the kill.
Yep, and they get the mid tower as well. Shaman wards dropped, mid tower gone, top tower gone. Map for your Weaver, and Monkey King wide open. And we actually see him go for Radiance. I spoke about Maelstrom as well as Battle Fury, but Radiance is a pretty damn good answer as well. Getting a little bit of the burning.
Oh no, Fly. He needs to be careful. He cannot die again. I mean, the map is already getting pretty tight for him. This is really just, it's really turned on its head for IG.
Yeah, and they don't really have much tower damage. At least JT is uncontested and gets the bot tower, itemizing into Yules. But Phantom Lancer is getting very pressured. Like, he'll start, or he'll have to start moving towards the bottom side of the map. Farm his triangle, farm the bot lane. JT.
A strike, and now proccing the Jingu. This is all to get a bounty rune, and now he's trying to bottle sip and stay alive. Ooh! Uses the
Cut the
arena, breaks the trees. So all of a sudden he's got a stun. This is a spear under the tower. Nobody able to rotate though to help out. That could have been a massive play. And Zai, he's getting a kill on the Kaka while all this is happening. I mean, he's in the triangle getting a solo kill. IG just not reacting there, and it cost him.
Yeah, easy with the raw. I've never really understood the interaction between Mars Arena and trees. Like, he dropped the arena and then 1 second later the trees get destroyed. It was a pretty wonky interaction, but helps him survive. And
Build time.
another pause. 2K lead now for Secret. Looking good.
Yeah, it's really just kind of opened up for Secret, and the panel was talking about the pacing needed for Secret to really make sure that IG don't find much from this game, and they're doing exactly that. They're playing fast, they're playing loose, and they're getting away with it. I think the big turnaround is, of course, that fight up towards top where they tried to go in onto Nisha again as he had died over mid TP top, and, well, they didn't kill him, and that's the big turnaround that allows Secret now all this, availability all over the map and continuing to make IG pay for it.
Mm-hmm. And they targeted out very well the Void Spirit here, simply because he's gonna be the guy to make the moves around the map early and mid-game, and he's sitting only at 3.5k net worth, every other core far ahead of him. At least JT is having a pretty damn good game. Still about 1800 gold away from Yules though.
Really needs that Yules, and we'll see what the timing ends up being on it. As Secret with this 2K lead, feeling comfortable. Got ourselves a little bit longer on this pause. I'm gonna ask a chat, little support, a little fan interaction here. We got a lot of you guys watching. If you want Secret to win, press 1 in the chat. If you want IG to win, press 2 in the chat. Let's see who you guys are rooting on. I want
If
to
you want
see
Beacom to be your best friend,
what you guys are
type
looking
3
forward
in the
to.
chat.
I could use a best friend, that's for sure.
You already got one in me. What are you talking about?
You can never have enough best friends.
Dude, are you really gonna do that to me right now?
We'll talk about this later.
Alright, game resumes just in time for you to get bailed out by them, because I was about to, put in the pain. But you got lucky. Tier 3.
Fair enough.
Tier 3, the third Tier 1 tower, now in big trouble as well. And gone. Map getting smaller and smaller. What is the this game called where you just keep taking away pieces and it just gets smaller? I don't remember.
They nice.
I don't remember.
Jenga?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I was gonna sound really smart, but I forgot what I wanted to say because I forgot the name of the game. GG. I am just an old guy. Forgets everything slowly but surely. Feels bad, man.
It happens. The memory goes first. I know from experience, and well, we'll see if IG can refresh their memory on how to come back in a game, because they're down 2K and really hoping to bring it back. They've got phase boots bottle on Emo, and that's it. I mean, he is behind every core on the side of Secret by not a slim margin, almost about 1,000 gold behind the Beastmaster for the first core to catch up to. He's really far behind.
He is, but the gold advantage is slowly dwindling again. Phantom Lancer is doing a nice job at catching up, and JT still staying towards the top as well. And we got debated again. Monkey King going for Battle Fury. Why do they keep doing this
Had
to
that
us?
Radiance queued up, going Battle Fury Axe.
Yeah.
Because they're unsure themselves, Black.
No, I think it's intentional to mess with us. You know, I'm like, Battle Fury Maelstrom sounds really good. He's like, nah, I'll show you. Radiance queued up. Then I buy it, I bite the bait, and then he queues Battle Fury up.
He's doing it
JT.
just to trick you, and they're going to smoke up here on IG. JT has the Yules to try and set something up. They haven't broken the smoke just yet, but they need to catch up to these heroes. They'll need some sort of Astral Step jump to probably initiate here. They'll use the Yules onto the Abaddon, which I think already Secret are okay with. They'll use the Spear to lock him up. The borrow time gets popped. YapzOr coming over with the Hex. And now he's got this Phantom Lancer in a bad spot. They'll go to the Doppelganger. The arena's down with the Supernova. Can they turn this around on the side of IG? They're starting to retreat a little bit. That Supernova hits. They've got the Sunray right on top of the Abaddon. YapzOr ends up dead. They've got the Shadow Shaman gone first. They'll use the Primal Roar to take out JT, and they'll lose Ollie. 2 heroes dead on the side of IG as they land the 2-man Earth Spike on a Matumba Man as well as Zai. And they'll start their retreat even further, but it's not looking like Kaka's going to get away. The Primal Spring is there, the damage comes out, and Matumba Man has a kill onto Kaka. 3 dead on the side of IG, and they'll extend that lead to 3K.
Yeah, like if you want to find an initiation when you're already quite a bit behind, mid lane, good stun.
Ooh,
Is that
Balance
enough
Strike,
damage?
Wukong's Dissimulate, and the Astral Step. It's enough.
Out of step bros, but he's. And the problem is really like you cannot initiate on Abaddon. This borrow time is always going to go off. There's no way of shutting it down, and that's exactly what Secret wants. Like he ran in first, he kind of just ruined the initiation, and Secret win a big fight on the back of that. Well played by Puppy. Top tower now, about half health. Should be able to kill it just now.
That's with the combo, too. They had the Supernova, they had the Arena, but even with that both down, IG were the ones retreating from the fight up into the trees, maybe thinking about going after JT. No, they won't. They'll hold off for now.
Yeah, just like in last game, Secret had damage issues. This game, IGs are the ones with damage issues. Phantom Lancer needs his Diffusal Blade first before they can really fight. He's about 2,000 gold away from it. Once that's online, he's going to be a damage machine. Beastmaster, Roar up. Smoked up as well. Oh, but he popped the Necros in Vision.
This is pretty well done by Fly, all things considered, with how much the map's been squeezed on him, what he's been able to get out of the map so far. He's keeping up with the Monkey King as well as the Weaver. JT's also there too. They've got the Yules up into the air. They'll land the Spear onto the Shadow Shaman. This is a lot of trouble for YapzOr and more than he can handle. They'll get the kill onto the Shadow Shaman. Matumba Man comes over, may be able to get a kill onto the Phoenix. Icarus dive, ooh, almost jukes him out, but the Balance Strike is there, and they'll get the kill on Ollie.
There was a half debate. And they seem to be lagging still. Kaka getting burnt down by the Necros. I like how they're chatting while playing. That's how good they all are.
I think everybody's kind of getting a little bit of lag here.
Yeah, we've had a couple of
Really liberal
thunderstorms
with
here
that usage
in
of Astral Steps.
Singapore. It's
Yeah.
yeah. Whenever that happens, the internet can get a bit iffy here. Usually Singapore, you know, one of the best countries for internet, probably in the top 5 in the world. Really fast, but these thunderstorms can really, you know, spit in your soup. Haha, he says. That's not a good feeling, but they'll probably just wait it out for a little while. So we can talk a bit more about some funny things. Tell me something funny that happened to you today, Pico.
Well, I dropped my pillow on the ground. Ended up getting a concussion.
You got a concussion or your pillow?
Cushion?
Oh.
No, the pillow did. See, I don't know. I'm not a dad. I can't do these dad jokes. They don't work for me.
What does a lemon say when it answers the phone, B-Cup?
I know the answer to this one, so I don't want to. I don't want to give it away.
you do?
But what does a lemon say? Yeah, I do. I do.
Yellow.
Hey, I spent my break. Yeah, I spent my break looking up dad jokes. I wasn't gonna let you to continue dad joking on me, but they're just not as funny when I say them. I think I don't have any kids anywhere.
I can be your kid. I'm a pretty big kid, but I'm a good boy, I promise. Like, I'll make you proud as you've never been before. I'll cook you some nice meals. I'll take care of you when you're older. I'll buy you your own house in Singapore. How about that?
Ooh. I'll get the papers.
All right, they say, screw B-Cup and Black with their dumb jokes. Let's go. Game has been resumed. 3K lead for Secret. Let's see if they still know where they are in this game. Beetle, Shaman wards on Roshan. 2 of the wards are outside of the pit though. Hopefully that won't be a problem, but not the best placement.
That won't be an
IG
issue
gives it
here.
up.
They're able to take Roche pretty quickly.
Yeah. Easy Roche. Monkey King picks it up.
Yeah,
He's the true
easy
carry
Aegis.
this game. Matumba is going to be taking the role of more the semi-ish carry, the not so greedy one. Though as I say that, he's still top 1 in the net worth, so maybe not.
Still kind of greedy.
Still, I'm not really greedy. He's just playing really well. Getting a lot of kill, a lot of farm. And Zai pressuring top
Diffusal.
tower, the Necro 3. Diffusal still not
Diffusal
online.
is finished for the Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, 300 gold left.
About to have it, but I don't know if they're going to want to fight into the Aegis, right?
It's getting pretty scary. Like, Monkey King has Battle Fury, so PL is not untouchable. If he runs into that Wukong's command, his Illus and his main hero are going to take a ton of damage. So they have to be very cautious how they fight this here. Maelstrom also up on Weaver, of course, supplying them with additional AoE damage.
So we'll have the Diffusal getting shipped out. See if that's on same-day shipping.
Amazon Express.
He will grab it. He's got Ollie over. A little 2-hour express, but the courier might die on the way back, and that will give them a hint of where Secret are as they're starting to wrap around, and I think he got a glimpse of that, and they'll send it into the trees all the way back to base. So he does get a feeling for where Secret are. If he can get away from them, that'll be fine. Still playing, I would say, a little bit greedy here. If he knew that they were there, they might come over and just catch him out.
TPing out, and both are making it out. Good call here. Good disengage. But Secret keeping on to their 4K gold lead. And you know, this Phantom Ranger looked really scary, but this Monkey last pick really made me believe in Secret's draft here. He almost has his Agram Scepter. Well, I say almost. One piece of it. But once that's online, PL is gonna be quite scared of this Monkey.
Secret, they've got the vision that they need. Wukong starting this off. Balance strike going after the Void Sphere. They should be able to get the kill here on Emo. And they'll start it off now with an Arena coming out from JT. Jingu's already proc. The Wukong's is down, and IG used that Arena just to leave. And, well, this is a tier 2 that's most likely going to fall. Yapzor looking for his opportunity with that Aether Lens to maybe find a Hex into a Shackle from a distance.
Yeah, and that is exactly what they need to do. Set up some kills with the Boundless into Roar. Shadow Shaman is still there to offer additional disable as well. Another Boundless, but nothing will come of it. Shaman wards drop for the tower.
Serpent Ward's a little bit further back.
Yep. Well protected. Oh, I guess it's still lagging.
I think they're laughing because they know that they're lagging. It's a little bit tough for them to play at the moment. I'm not certain on that, but if a ha-ha's getting all chatted, that's just my assumption.
Yeah. It's it sucks, but sometimes you just gotta deal with the circumstances. That's life. Gotta keep positive. Gotta keep doing what you're doing. And now Secret with a 5K gold lead, and they open up the map a lot. Only 1 to 2 tower remaining.
Yeah.
It'll be quite tough here for IG to find any sort of good fight or farm, really.
They're trying to just take the right fight, and that's maybe going to come off the timing of this Aegis expiring. There's still 80 seconds remaining on it, so we'll see what they can do. They'll pressure the tier 1 tower mid. This is money in the bank for IG if they can grab it. Matumba Man coming over for a second with a Shikuchi. Doppelganger used by Fly. Fly just setting up in case Secret move in. They've got a sentry down, and look at the damage on a Fly. They've got the Yules up in the air. Is this Weaver? They've got the Aether Remnant, but the Balance Strike comes through and hits onto the Mars as well as the Void Spirit. They'll use the finger. Can they get the gun up Matumba Man? Yes, they can. They've taken out the Weaver, but they look over now at Emo, who gets away with the Astral Step. Shackle was out onto Ollie. Ollie trying to get away, but he's got the Supernova available, and he'll use it. So the turnaround comes out from IG. They're going to look over at the Abaddon, who's got the Aphotic Shield on him. Puppy will try to TP out, but the Air Spike lands onto the Beastmaster. Astral Step, that hits onto the Monkey King as well as the Beastmaster. They should be able to get a kill on a Zai, and they will finish off Zai. They look over now at Nisha, who's locked up and killed off. That's only the first life, though, as they'll focus their attention onto Yapsor, who doesn't have any mana to really save him. So they've got the Aether Remnant. They have the lockdown. They'll get the second kill. 4 heroes down to the side of Secret, and that is IG coming out on top, and they'll cut that lead from 5K to 2.
Yeah, it feels like as though they should not have won this fight. Like, all the heroes on IG were virtually on 20% health. They just didn't manage to finish anyone off, and then PL with the Diffuser Blade coming in clutch, cutting the backline down to nothing. Like, he dealt so much damage that fight, and Secret just didn't have the answer to deal with him after he ran out of the Wukong's command, and just kind of ignored the Monkey King. Weaver dying this early on is a big problem for them. Now the lead is down to pretty much even.
Yeah.
Alright, Phantom Lancer suddenly 2,000 gold ahead of the Monkey King. Wow.
Yeah, he really got a lot coming his way in terms of gold. And it was JT there with the arena that worked out real well. They had the control as the Aether Remnant landed onto the Weaver, the finger to finish him off. Like, that was really well done by IG, and then fighting as they've got the Supernova available, which ended up going IG's way, of course, as they've just got that continued control from Kaka. He's making their lives on Secret a living hell.
Yeah, this is really bad news here for Secret. Fly on a good way to hard. Puppy, just playing with them. Doppelganging out.
That's
Once this hard is online on Phantom Lancer, I don't know how to kill him. He's gonna be sitting at a good 100 HP per second region, and they don't have the constant damage to really bring him down unless he's isolated by himself. Looking to set up on the Monkey King potentially. If he jumps onto this creep wave, he's dead. Like, you gotta be patient, Nisha. Be patient, young one, and he is. Good call by him.
He's not gonna jump just yet.
Maybe he wants to cut the next wave. Oh, he has to be so careful he doesn't get seen here.
He's thinking
Playing with
about
fire?
it. He's keeping up with the Void Spirit. Yeah. Could get burned if you're not too careful.
But he's doing a really good job of just keeping himself safe. And this is the problem when you go for this greedy item build on Monkey with Battle Fury as well as Aghanim Scepter. When you have another carry on your team like the Weaver, simply because you won't have the BKB, you won't be able to frontline for your team. It's gonna be an issue.
Man's moving forward. They want to go after this Phantom Lancer. The Air Spike comes in, but that's only going to hit under Necro Creep as well as a Boar. Fly goes into the Doppelganger. He starts throwing with the BKB being popped here by Matumba Man. This is an early BKB, which might work in IG's favor if they want to turn this one around. They don't have a Blink Dagger for the Mars, so he can't close the gap and jump in, maybe get an arena. Just Yules and, you know, not working with that mobility of the Blink.
Yeah, he went straight into the BKB, just choosing to be more survivable in team fights. Perhaps thinking they don't really need the initiation because they got Emo to do that for them. So it's just itemizing into damage as well as survivability. I quite like that call, because if you over-itemize into initiation and you can't stay in the fight, then what's the point of initiating to begin with? Phantom Lancer?
Right.
Now 1,000 gold away from hard, and this is really the power spike they were looking for here. Like, that's the territory where Phantom Lancer becomes unstoppable. We have seen so many games in the DPC where this timing hits and the game suddenly just feels completely over.
This is the timing that the panel talked about, heart timing, and it's coming up soon. This could prove to be a big issue for Secret. And I want to say, Emo, he's kind of caught up to at least the Beastmaster. He was behind all 3 cores. JT's kind of kept up. He's still 2K behind the next one, though. Although I will say JT's kind of just doing his job here. And we'll see what his next item ends up being, as he's looking for the Desolator, so trying to output some more damage. Won't go to the Blink Dagger. We'll see how much that benefits him.
I think I like the call quite a bit, because again, Void Spirit is one of the best initiators in the game. They have Lion as well, who's only 500 away from a blink. So the itemization makes a lot of sense. Just output the damage, give your initiators information by being able to run in with that BKB. Perfect item build for this game. Hard.
Duels
200
up
gold
into the air
until
into the
completion.
Aether Remnant. They'll look over at Matumba Man. Not enough lockdown. Nobody there to help.
I just wanted to scare him, potentially pop a BKB, but he didn't fall for it. And this is just before the hard finishes where they're going to this Roshan pit. He got it now. He's making his way over. Might be a bit too slow though.
Got 4 heroes over towards mid.
But they're gonna smoke
It's not
ASAP.
exactly the fastest Roche. They don't have the Serpent Wards down on it.
It's gonna fall. They didn't smoke up in time. They don't even know, I
Yeah,
think.
they're not even going for it, actually.
Oh, now they do. Ah.
Illusion's just not in time. They're not going to be able to figure it out. Maybe they fight coming out of the Roche pit. That would be a risky maneuver, as they've just gotten the heart. Fighting into the Aegis is not ill-advised completely, but a risk certainly.
It would have been, I think, a very rough team fight for Secret if IG was to fight over there. He has no BKB on Monkey King, and Phantom Lancer, of course, his finish is hard, but Secret gets away with it, putting them into a pretty comfortable position here.
Secret can really take advantage of having this Aegis. They did a good job of sneaking that out of the hands of IG. Really well done to get into the pit. Not seeing it all, and ooh, thinking about going into the Wukong's command. He feints it twice. Balance strike, that's only going to land on the JT. They'll focus their attention onto the Mars, who throws down the arena. They'll look over as the Supernova goes over to the side. The finger's going to be thrown out onto the Monkey King. Isha trying to fight this JT with a BKB. Supernova never gets off. They get the kill on Ali. They'll take out JT. 2 heroes dead on the side of IG. On the backlines, though, it's the Phantom Lancer who's trying to get the Shadow Shaman. He'll get low. Fly gets the kill on the Apsor, and now he'll look over at the rest of the team. But can he do enough? Emo's here to help him. The Aether Remnant only locks up a 4 as they'll get the kill onto Nisha. They'll take the first life out of the hands of the Monkey King. They've got the Silence on a 3 with the axe picked up by Emo. They'll use that time lapse. Matumba Man, I'm not sure if he's confident enough to fight. They hit the balance strike onto Emo, but continuing to fight though is Fly will use that doppelganger. The Illusion's going after the side of Secret. They've got the Aether Remnant to lock up Zai. They'll eat the cheese, still surviving. Wukong's used, and out of the circle they'll go. But are they going to continue to chase on the side of Secret? They've got the Yules on a Matumba Man, and again, the Doppelganger looking at into the faces of Secret. They've got the right-click damage coming through on Nisha. He's survived so many times, but he won't survive this time, it looks like, but he's still fighting Fly. They've got 3 heroes going after the Phantom Lancer, who Doppelganger once again.
They're
It's
bad,
all
it's
4
just
with the
hitting
focus
him.
on a Phantom Lancer. They've given up going after Emo, but Kaka comes back into the fight. They land the Earth Spike on a 2, and they've got Emo back into the fray. Aether Remnant lands, they get the kill on Nisha. They look over at Fly, who's still low on health, but Matumba Man, he's been hexed up by Kaka. They'll get the kill on the Weaver, and they look over at Beastmaster as well as Puppy, who's got the borrowed time popped and trying to TP out. But they get the kill on the Zion. They look over at Puppy, who is being taken out of the TP, stunned up again, killed off and gone. And IG, somehow, someway, they come out ahead.
This Phantom Lancer is just ridiculous. I don't know how much health he had throughout this entire fight, but it feels like a good 10,000, maybe even more. He just kept standing there, tanking, until all the IG heroes respawned ultimately and got back into the fight. This is exactly what we spoke about when we say hard timing on Phantom Lancer. Perfect example once again why they're so strong, and now they're knocking on the high ground. 20 seconds, no buybacks.
Stand and trade with all the heroes of Secret, and they can't get the kill onto the Phantom Lancer. The hard timing is real, and they will go on to go for the racks. 3K lead for IG, and things falling apart at the seams for Secret in a fight that looked to go their way. They got 2 kills early. They took out JT real quick in that one, and it just wasn't enough.
I can't believe IG is about to 2-0 Secret, my tournament favorite. I thought Secret was gonna take top 1. And IG might just be blowing them out of the tournament here.
Oh, Psychic Headband, that's going to be big there for Kaka. Having that extra cast range is just going to make Secret's lives a living hell. I mean, you saw in that last fight, once Kaka walked his way back into the fight, he had the Earth Spikes, he had the Hexes that were there necessary for IG to win the fight.
But also the Mind Blast is really good against the Monkey King. Usually you stand on the edge of your ult. If you get Mind Blasted right away, you're gone.
They're going to go after the Monkey King. Sunray run on top. They've got the Dissimilate as well as the Finger, and the Earth Spike lands on Anisha. They'll take him out. The borrow time is going to be popped by Puppy. They're going to Icarus dive in. I don't think they need to use that Supernova just yet. They've got the Yules up into the air. Puppy trying to run, but he is locked down, killed off, and gone. They've got the Serpent Wards around onto JT. The Supernova is going to be on the high ground. JT will survive with BKB being popped. They'll go after Zai. He's trying to steal away, but he's bashed up, and now he's got nowhere else to run, nowhere else to hide. They're going to get the kill on Zai. There's nowhere else for him to go, and he's going to die again. Matumba Man, he's popped the BKB, and Nemo's trying to chase this Weaver. But he just can't keep up as he's out of steps.
Nisha must be regretting it so much now, not going into that BKB, but going for the greedier route into the Aghanim Scepter. Every fight he's just getting absolutely obliterated by this Phantom Lancer, as well as Lion combination. And now they're going for the next side of Rex. What do they have to stop them? Beastmaster has a buyback.
Not looking like much.
Crimson Guard, maybe to delay the push. But is it going to be enough at this point? Weaver, no BKB, 30 seconds cooldown. No Shaman wards.
Tier 3 is going to drop here, and IG looking to make a statement. They're going to jump in with the Astro Step. They've got the silence out of the Abaddon as well as the Shadow Shaman. They get the kill on the Absol. He's going to be forced to buy back immediately with the borrowed time to be popped by Puppy. Oh boy, Matoma Man, he's got no buyback. 53 seconds without this Weaver, and it's looking like the hopes are starting to go away. They've got the Yules up into the air onto the Monkey King who threw down the Wukong's command. They've also got the Aether Remnant, so even though he's got the circle out, he's being controlled and he is in some trouble. Aether Shock thrown from Yapzor, but it's not going to be enough to really deter the side of IG. They've got the silence coming in from Emo once again. They look over Yapzor, just bought back. He's going to be chased by Firefly. Balance Strike comes in, and that's going to hit into the Void Spirit. They should be able to get the kill of the Shadow Shaman, and they do. Emo goes into the Dissimulate, trying to dodge them, and they will call GG. IG will 2-0 upset Secret, and they will move on to tomorrow with an absolutely stellar performance as they take this series easily.
I can't believe they 2-0
Wow.
Secret. Absolute massacre, both games. This game looked so good for Secret, and suddenly just all fell apart. When this Phantom Lancer came online with the Diffuser Blade, Saint Jasha, hard, just too much to deal with. It's one of the strongest item timings in Dota, and this game just perfectly showed you why. Well done, IG. Secret at least get a top 4.